did I train today? I feel like who didn't I train? I had so many dogs out today. Let's see. I should have made a list.
Turn
I
this
had
down.
Finn and Jet from up top. Digby, Seagram, and Wilbur. Leslie, Pixie, Ruby, Zeppelin, Regina, and Cindy. I think I got them all. Everybody went out. What was the highlight of my day? Well, the fact that it torrential rain.
Dog went to the bathroom in Home Depot?
Yeah, Cindy pooped in Home Depot, but I caught it mid drop. So I'm happy with myself that I had ninja-like qualities and was able to catch the poo. I literally think she was scared. You know what?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just was a little timid today. Hope you're well and thanks for doing this. Thank you. Doing all right. Who is your star pupil today? I can tell you who wasn't. I'm just kidding. Probably Seagram. She's done really well. Wilbur was really good today. He and I looked for rugs at Home Goods, so he did pretty well. Who is Gronk buddies with? Are they looking for him? I don't know what that means, so maybe you can clarify. Are they? Oh, you mean like other dogs here at the property? We kind of floated him, I would say, between, say, Merle and Ava and Clark. And obviously, Clark and Ava are no longer here. The two older dogs that are left are Leslie and Merle, and today they got a lot of one-on-one out of their kennel today, so I don't think so. Terry, hi. My day was good. Rock City, hey Katie, thanks for the great job you do. What do you believe is the key for training the dog to become bored during the downstay? Time. Time is key. It can take a while for the dog to get bored. So usually I just sit there, I take pictures, I talk to the dog, I ignore the dog. It's just really until they decide that they're tired enough with whatever's going around them or not going around them is when they'll finally relax. Good job catching the poo. Thank you. How was Gretchen today? Gretchen was good. I didn't take her out today. I had her out yesterday. Since I'm the only trainer here on Saturdays, I usually try to do the dogs that I personally didn't get to the day before. So she was out yesterday. She actually did really well. Much more eager to get out of the car than she has in the past. Her pace and her body positioning next to me is actually really good, even compared to some of the other ones who have been steadily in training. But she definitely is timid of strangers and just those kind of things that we have to get working on. Did you train Rocco today? No, Rocco was yesterday with with Gretchen. Rocco is cute. He's very spirited and a little high-strung and kind of he's a very happy dog. So a lot of what we're working with him is that boredom, is that kind of calming down and focusing on his job. But he's progressing well. Okay, he played shortstop position. Good catch. Yes. Let's see here. Lots of questions today. I haven't been here in a while. Lexi going to the gun show after mail call?
Gun show? Who is?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't think guns. I don't think I would.
They asked if she was going to a gun show.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe you can clarify.
I would hope not. I don't even like guns.
Maybe they're meaning, I don't know, your arms?
I don't know. Maybe it's a shed?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How are Tony and Sarge doing? And Brutus? They're good. I left them at home today. They usually come with me on Saturday, but today we are dog sitting a friend's dog, so they were happy to stay home and play with him. Somebody's saying they can't. Somebody's saying they can't see us. I hope you can see us or hear us. Who will be the next dog placed, do you think? Maybe Merle. She's the last of that 4 group. And then maybe Leslie after that. Kids want me to ask you if another person goes out when you go training. It's half and half for me. It just depends on if we have somebody here for the day who's volunteering to go out with us. Steve, Megan, and I, when we're all here together, we typically try to go in opposite directions of one another. But yeah, Saturday usually it's half and half. Today I was by myself for most of the day, but it is enjoyable when there's somebody else who can tag along, and we obviously get more dogs out that way. Let me see if anybody clarified. Showing your muscles with your arms. The gun show. That's what I thought they meant, but I wasn't sure.
I don't have any.
Muscle flexing. Does it feel weird whenever you go shopping for yourself without any dogs along with you? Yes. Yes, it does. I don't usually shop a lot during the week. I try to do whatever I can down this way. But yes, it does feel weird.
Did you have a dog with you? Oh, that you just brought back?
So I had from Monday to Friday, I had Garnet all week.
That was good.
She was great. She, no bathroom. To me, that's the biggest hurdle when they're with you for, it's interesting. Some of them, we have a routine at the house, and, first thing in the morning we go outside, then we come up and eat, then we go back outside, and some of them come and they just don't get the routine and the potty outside, and but then some come and they're just right in the mix, right in the group, and they find their place, and she was one of those. She's very good. She did pretty well in leash. She's a little excitable, but
Did you ever get a chance to experiment with taking some of their stool home and putting it in the yard to see whether that's where they went?
oh, that's true.
I would like to know whether that worked, because, like Patrick taking
Grunt, yeah.
Grant home, didn't go to the bathroom for 24 hours.
So if I don't know, it's interesting, it's funny that you mentioned that, because like if one of my dogs goes down, they got to go down the stairs to the yard. If one of them squats to pee and the dog that's visiting goes up and is like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh goodness,"
Yeah.
And usually,
Well, they're pee on top of pee. That's
Yeah,
a different ballgame.
but you
I'm
can
talking
poop.
about moving their bowels.
yeah.
Peeing on top of pee, I mean, he will dribble on top.
I guess I was just thinking it was this, the same concept of like, oh, I'm supposed to be down here going to the bathroom,
I don't know.
because it's not
about
this, going.
that. Especially if it's a male. The male thinks it's.
Yeah, these have all been girls recently.
Yeah. I have to cover up on this so they know.
Yeah, Tony's that way for sure.
The next guy
He's
along
licking
knows there's
it.
a male around.
Yeah, so I had Garnet all week. This week I plan to take, I don't know who I'm going to take. Kara, we have a dog, Kara, one of the guppies. Have you noticed today, she won't come out of her kennel.
Yeah.
She's super timid. If you try to go in, like even this morning I tried to feed her and she booked it.
Yeah, then I was like, good. I know she left like some crumbs in her bowl, so I was like, yeah, do you want to
And
finish? She was like backing up.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to take her this week and really see if I can get her out of her shell. Happy birthday, Chaos.
Apparently she's 7.
Apparently these people know more than we do. Curious. Do not recall ever seeing Brutus visiting like on Puppy Hill. Any particular reason why, if it is okay to ask? My bulldog actually has been here one time, long time ago, a couple years ago. It was a Saturday that I was covering for someone and I needed him. It was a long shift, so Carlene let me bring him, but there's no reason to bring him here. He's really good with all the dogs, but I just consider this a Great Dane facility, not bring your dog to work kind of place, other than my other two. But to have as many visiting dogs revolving door at my house, I will say my 3 do pretty well. Jerry says Audrey will not go to the bathroom anywhere except at home or the farm ever.
Well, there again, I think if she took a piece of her stool
And put it somewhere.
and put it somewhere,
We should try it. I should try it.
I wish you would, because I'd like to, I'd like to know whether that
Okay.
works.
So, okay.
Because if it does, then we have a lot of,
Yeah.
like at airports or something, when
Yeah.
you're in a hurry or something, you want to get it done.
Take poo in a Ziploc
You want
container.
a Ziploc bag with some food with it. You just need a little bit for smell.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
It will
With,
be.
like,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try that
beaches.
with Kara this week.
That's
and
going to be
see.
good going through security. And what's in this bag?
Oh gosh.
That'll be good.
No different than a dirty diaper of an infant, right?
Yeah.
Through security. Somebody's asking, are you still expecting snow? Yes, I think we are. We were just talking, we don't know how much.
Yeah.
A couple inches maybe.
The
More.
ground is so warm, it's not going to stay.
Yeah, more than we want. Oh. Any other questions? 2 minutes left.
I think there's like a list over here.
A list?
Yeah, some of them like a list of questions.
Oh yeah, there were some trainer questions there.
Oh. As an SDP employee and trainer, has everybody else answered these? Or was this?
No, we just
Oh.
got them yesterday.
Oh, okay. Have you ever? You have the unusual experience of being watched on camera 24/7 while working your job. How does this affect your work? Did that give you a pause in accepting your job at Service Dog Project? Do the cameras ever make you uncomfortable? It doesn't affect my work. I mean, I would say especially when I'm in the arena, I tend to try to do as much as I can in front of the camera because you guys are what support us, and I feel like it's important that, in a sense, we sort of cater to you guys. But at the same time, a lot of what we do is just, there are a lot of times that I forget the cameras are even there. For instance, the other day, Courtney had asked me to go clean the camera on Puppy Hill, so I walked out there, and the camera's like, if this is the camera, I'm walking around, and people following me while I'm cleaning. So sometimes it's weird. It's interesting to me that people watch what we do. I don't know. Did that give me pause in accepting the job? No. I love dogs too much to worry about cameras. Who developed the training program for the service dogs? Carlene, Megan, or from ADI? That would be you. I didn't, personally, I had no, service dog training experience. I really had zero training experience other than I just had my own Danes that just had basic manners. So everything I do or have learned has been through Carlene and Megan.
ADI does not train like us at all. I don't like the way they do it. Obviously, we don't do it.
A lot of their other accredited organizations follow their?
They're all.
Or do they all have certain different?
No, they've all read a bunch of books on
Okay.
you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and I don't think they make any allowance for individual dogs. Because if a dog doesn't fall in their pattern, they wash it out immediately.
Right.
We go quite a while before we wash a dog out. We work through an awful lot of problems. Plus the fact our dogs have an attention span. I have heard some ADI trainers outside my window here saying, "How does she get them to pay attention when you put the harness on?" Come on, guys. You know?
Oh my gosh.
I heard they put a harness on a dog out there and it stood absolutely shock still and behaved themselves. And
Yeah.
I wasn't anywhere near the whole thing.
Right.
They could not believe it. They didn't realize I was right inside the open window.
Listening.
So it was funny.
Do you have any formal training handbook or plan that is followed?
What's it?
Do we have a formal training handbook?
No, I wrote a thing the other day. Just a
Like a general.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
that's what makes
everything
little
that we do is, there's not anything written down other than, a small little
It's more
blurb.
reacting to what you've got in front of you. You try and micromanage a Dane into a into a certain shape and form, it's not going to work.
Right, I totally agree. Yeah, and do you pass it on to new staff and volunteers so everybody's on the same page? No, I mean, a lot of what, if somebody around here wants a leash lesson, maybe one of us would kind of show them just some, a lot of what I feel like, just like you guys ask questions about, well, what would you do in this situation, tends to come from a lot of volunteers about their own dogs. What's your professional background in dog training? 0. Service dog project.
I got that question on my piece of paper too.
Did you? You don't
I track
have,
satellites.
but you didn't go. You didn't have like a program or anything you
No.
attended, right?
No.
Do the trainers work closely with ADI or other national programs, i.e., by reading materials, participating in conferences, or attending seminars?
I can answer that one. I wish they'd listen to me. I don't think we're doing it wrong. I don't
Yeah.
think we need any help.
Yeah.
I don't like some of the stuff they do.
It
When they
almost
come in
be.
here and they try and make certain rules and regulations. I'm not going to do them that way because I don't think they work right.
We should be a part of the seminar.
I have lectured here and there, and I'm sorry. I don't want to change what we're doing.
It works, so
It
I don't
works.
understand why we would. Many Dane owners often discuss their Dane-related injuries. What are your worst Dane-related injuries? Any particular SCP that is dog that is more of danger or accident-prone than others?
Well, we try
Dane-related
and watch them
injuries.
before they get out to be service dogs. I watch that pacing business.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly good pet. They live for 100 years, whatever. But to me, it strikes something is wrong somewhere, and they're really not up to doing structural work. So I wipe them out at that point, just because they pace. I have seen C&I dogs pacing. I have. I don't know why nobody else. I don't know. I really don't talk to
You
that
want
many
to
other
tell people what pacing means in case they don't know?
Pacing. I had a blog on pacing, but it's the same leg going forward and say, oh God.
Yeah.
It's like when you walk, if you swing your leg and arm at the same time,
Right.
it's very awkward. It doesn't work right.
Right. The natural gait is to go
Diagonal.
opposite, right? What is your favorite behavior command to teach? Wait. Wait, because to me, that's the basis of everything else. Like with the spoon feeding, the wait. Wait for your name, wait for your whatever. What has been your biggest training challenge at SCP or otherwise? 31 puppies. True. We've noticed when the pups are little and in the house, they are rewarded with spoon feeding to learn their name and weight. It seems they are rewarded when they sit patiently. However, as they become teens and adults, they seem to get spoon fed without sitting, just by standing and waiting. Can you explain the change?
Sitting is not a big deal in my life. The only reason that I like the puppies to sit is it keeps them in one spot longer.
Right.
Which I think is why an awful lot of other people in obedience tell a dog to sit down, because there's no earthly reason for a dog to sit down,
Right.
especially if you're using them for support, because the whole thing changes and you could end up on the floor. So we don't like that too. We don't encourage sitting as they get to be an adult.
And I would add on to that I mean, when I spoon feed personally, I don't really have heard anybody here say the word sit. I think they actually it's just natural for them when they're waiting in a group. When
they're a whole litter and they're kind of packed in together, but when there are fewer dogs around, then they just stand there.
Right. So I've never said sit before I give them spoon
I
feeding.
can't tell you the number of people that have come to me out working the dog and they say sit.
Mm-hmm.
They stick their finger out, sit, and then the dog does it. I thought you said this dog was trained.
Yeah. A lot of
To
people
them,
say
it's
that.
a big thing in training.
They're really surprised when I always say our dogs don't know how to sit. They know how, but they don't know a command or anything like that to sit down. One command that we often use very successfully is potty. Have you ever considered teaching this? It may be a huge benefit, especially in service dogs, as the dog will never have an accident in public if they potty quickly before entering buildings. We have also found it very useful on road trips and in bad weather.
You could use the word potty. You could use the word Christmas. doesn't make any difference what you're saying. It's just a consistency. If you say
Yeah.
the same thing. I have my own private words that I use for Bentley when he's down by the TV. Will you please go? You know, and he does.
Yeah. In the training process, we try to exercise the dogs, whether it be on one of the fields or just in the parking lot before we go.
Yeah.
So hopefully, they'll eliminate before we go. It's not always foolproof. But it's very rare. I mean, how many times in public has a dog gone? Out of as many days as I've worked here and taken dogs out, and as many dog trips as I've done, I've maybe had 3 or 4 go to the bathroom in a vest on me. So to me, that percentage is so low that I don't think it's a
I've
huge
had a
issue.
dog try and pee. You've heard that story.
And you grabbed it,
Yes.
and it didn't stop.
And it
The
didn't
hose
stop.
didn't stop. You couldn't kink it.
No. Didn't
So,
work.
well, maybe everybody else can answer these questions when I'm here. Okay.
Okay, you're out of here.
Oh gosh, there's 19 more comments.
You ready? Steve,
Ready.
we're on.
Ready.
Um,
Katie.
yeah. Oh, somebody's just saying, well, which dog will you take home? I'm not going to take home one this evening, but I'll be here on Monday, and I'm going to grab Kara, who's having some issues with timidness. I think I missed a ton of stuff. You can look through.
Steve will go
She's in
through
there
it, I
sleeping.
bet you.
Okay.
She's in there sleeping.
When I was reading off of those, there were like some comments that I didn't get to.
Oh.
So hopefully,
It's okay.
I'm going to finish my
You
bag
can't
of
get
chips.
to them all.
These were good.
Let her take the chips there. That'd be bad.
There's sometimes there's
Oh, good.
there's sometimes other things that are just and some of the people just say it. So they understand. So now they respond and just say true person. And so that's good.
Here's Tina saying about George. Let me tell you, that boy does a great downstay. Bella would give him the command and then be gone for 40 minutes on a ride, and he'd be in the same spot. I was
Yeah,
so
right.
impressed.
So good.
Okay, the birthday girl wants to make an appearance.
Oh, has somebody got a cookie for her?
I have one.
Here she goes.
Birthday girl.
Happy birthday.
to you.
Oh dear me.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Chaos. Happy birthday to you.
Yay, birthday girl. There you go.
There you go.
How
babe.
much do you weigh? I mean, how old are you now?
See? There you go,
Good
sweetie.
girl, Chaos. She's very good. She's a good girl.
Okay, we're
Ready to
good.
go back to lie down?
All right.
Go back to bed.
That's it. We made our appearance.
She is?
Is that what you
No,
said?
girl. Something.
Borrowing my store.
I don't believe it.
She's
Oh,
more
okay.
than that.
She's got to be more than 130.
You dropped one of your Lancets.
No way.
Oh, okay.
Wait for a couple weeks.
I knew I dropped
Somebody
it.
was giving her
It's
A
fine.
little leeway there.
town credits.
We're ready.
Okay.
We have no packages, huh? That's it? All right. All right. What it is,
Yes, there's 2 packages, Steve.
too little. I was thinking, you know.
Oh. These
I'll
books.
have to ask Grace when she comes.
Say what?
Just feel that. Feel it.
I guess more like
That's all some tree or another.
I guess one.
Not anymore.
Bentley
I
weighs.
know. I've got to throw it all out.
Chaos weighs more than
It's ridiculous.
I think she's in the 150.
Charlie weighed 150.
You think she weighs 150?
No, Charlie.
It's all right, Chaos. We're not going to talk about your weight anymore. You're still pretty. Good girl. Look at her. She's listening to us. She's going, oh, you can just shut up in there. Stop talking about my weight. It doesn't matter. You're still beautiful. You're a good girl.
Now, is that
A little
fake
heavy, but-
handwriting? It looks awfully regular, doesn't it? Is that machine writing?
Yes.
Is this
That-
going to be an
that-
advertisement
that-
for some?
Probably. That came off a printer.
Yeah.
But it could be someone that
Could
does
be
that
a
at
$1 million
home, too.
check. We're not going to take any chances.
There you go. If that's $1 million check, I'll eat the envelope.
However, dear loving friend, it's the horse thing.
A horse thing.
I'm not saving horses. I got enough trouble. 'Cause I landed my backyard with snotty noses.
Tell us how you really
But
feel.
that's okay. We rescue them. Well, the ones that come our way, we rescue.
We do. Take good care of them.
That's all you can do. You can't save the world. You can
You
only
can't.
save what's around you.
Exactly.
Keep all the other idiots away.
Oh, wow. Whoa.
Well, there we go.
All
Okay,
right. All
Carly
right.
and crew. Another sunny day in Mishawaka. Expecting rain and snow. We'll be happy when spring stays around. Great news about Gronk. I finally talked to Gronk's new owner on the phone.
Oh, you did?
He's thrilled.
Oh, awesome.
He's laughing and he's talking. When he arrived here,
He
you
hardly
know,
talked much
long
at all.
face.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he's having a good
She
time.
was nervous and whatever, but
He's
this-
a nervous wreck.
But no, but he's. I mean, you could tell that was a perfect match.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
Well, the other good match, we were just talking about Bella. Bella, the first time she came here, what a little brat she was. You know, she really was terrible.
I don't think she was a brat.
Oh, well, she didn't smile. She was growly. She was yelling at her mother. And now you see her smiling there on
True.
Doctor. She just can't stop smiling.
I remember. I think it was the first day they came was when we were doing the Christmas celebration in the arena.
Uh-huh.
No, that wasn't the first
It
one.
wasn't the first time? It was one of the first times. Because I remember her coming up to me and saying, "Oh, whose dog was it? Someone who had a dog. She took a liking to, and said, 'Well, I like that dog. Do you think that?' And I said, 'Well, someone already has that dog.' She goes, 'Do you think they'll find a dog for me?' And I said, 'I'm sure we will.' You know, she was so cute. And
What litter was it?
oh gosh, I don't know.
That one?
Raspberries litter.
It's the one I've got them sitting around me there. Well, you go do that. Great news about Gronk. We will miss him, but I know he's doing what he loves, and hopefully he'll be too busy to eat all those odd things he's eating.
I doubt that.
Okay, look forward to seeing puppies. Lord's foal will be nice, but nothing complete a Great Dane. Puppies. Keep up the good work. Love you all. Proud to be living in your village. We have chickens coming. Is our
Yes,
next,
I've heard.
Yeah, that's our next disaster. It's a bunch of chickens. And Grace and I kind of got carried away a little bit. Well, there are a few more chickens.
This isn't a bunch of chickens. This is like a herd of chickens.
Small gaggle of gooses.
Why
Well,
do we have chickens coming if we have like a rooster down?
huh?
Why do we have chickens coming if we have a rooster down there?
Because we don't have a broody hen that sits, and we've been picking up the eggs.
Oh.
You gotta leave the eggs and then hope somebody sits on them to hatch them.
Oh. I thought they just did that automatically.
Oh, no. Oh, it's a great, oh, have you ever hatched an egg?
No.
Oh my, it's a lot of work.
I don't think many of us have sat on eggs before. They have.
No, well, it's terrible. It's very bad to sit on eggs. Bless you. In Connecticut, for a pickle to be legally called a pickle, it must bounce.
What? I never heard that. Okay.
They
Well,
made that one.
Connecticut-
What?
That's what he thought of it.
Yeah,
there you
right.
go. Go ahead.
A clean desk is a sign of a cluttered drawer. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that. That's my desk.
Pride, the deadliest but most subtle of all sins. Yes, that certainly is true. Boy, I'm proud of you, George. Keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. I didn't even have to read the back part of that one.
Never mind.
Stops you from putting your foot in your mouth. Okay, next. Here we go.
So it was like the father that said to his son. He said, "Wow, look at the herd of ducks," and the son says, "A flock of ducks." He said, "It's a herd of cows." He goes, "Well, of course I've heard of cows."
How do you know all these jokes?
terrible.
That was not good. It's a gaggle of geese, though, isn't it?
Yeah. And a murder of ravens.
Who?
Murder of ravens.
Murder of ravens, really?
Really?
Ravens or crows, I can't remember which. Or both.
Quoth the raven, nevermore.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Quoth the
how do you
raven.
know all these jokes?
Quote the raven nevermore? I don't know.
That's
That's not a joke.
That's
That's
not a
Edgar
joke.
Allan Poe.
I even knew that.
No, I know.
I'm
asking. Every time you're here, you must tell at least 10 jokes.
No, not 10. Maybe 1 or 2.
No, just any word you start in his head, he'll tell you a story about it. But
Or a song.
Little
But
strange.
Caroline usually cuts me off, so I
That's
don't
true.
get to
What
Tim.
about that Roseanne?
This was in there.
Steve, who's that lady you showed us last week? The Roseanne girl.
Rosanna Dana. Rosanna Dana. She's awesome.
He? She.
This is the
Total
donkey.
time you said he.
I don't approve of this donkey episode. He's a donkey rescue, and he's sending out dollars. No way.
Yeah, okay.
Dollars and a stamped envelope. I don't know, maybe he has a lot of success with it, but not with me.
But we'll keep the dollar.
Keep the donkey. I got donkeys. I'm already
We have
rescuing
donkeys.
Okay, I did all that. That's all I have. Okay, next. These things. From
Need help opening?
Regina. That would be very nice if you would help that. Otherwise, I could do it myself.
I've got it, darling.
Here, right.
I can get it.
All right. Always got it.
And this is from
Watch
Regina.
the fingers.
Watch my chin. The hell with my...
Well, watch his
Look out your nose!
Add a
You gotta
nostril
do the
on.
edges. You're a beginner at this,
There you
aren't
go.
you?
No, I usually can pull them open,
There you go.
Oh, I see.
but it's not fully opened. I can cut through the box.
Just cut carefully, don't cut what's in it. Why don't you do the other one while you have it out and then you can put it away because you're making me nervous.
You'd think you'd have done it by now.
I
can't
did!
Ah, yeah, be careful.
Oh, there's tape all the way over here.
There you go.
Why can't I do it?
I don't know, but my finger's in the way. There we go. Good heavens.
Blue Penguin says, a
I
Congress
never
of
cut that.
baboons. Now really think about that one.
I'm not sure which way I went.
A grouping of eagles is a kettle.
Don't cut it out.
Dawn says it was a great joke, huh? So there.
Okay. There we go. We have $1 up.
All right.
Wonderful.
Jerry from Ohio says a clean house is a sign of a broken computer. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's all right. We can go with that one. Okay, and we have all poo pickers
All right.
of the outdoor variety. Got that?
Hey, is Vanessa around?
I think she's upstairs.
Okay. Blue Penguin is sending penguin hugs to Vanessa, wherever you are.
This is Regina again.
Regina.
Huh, Regina again. Here we go.
Blue Penguin says, penguin hugs. She's setting them back. There you go. I guess with penguin hugs it would be like this.
Linda
Maybe.
Kay, say hello to everyone too. Linda Kay.
Come down and say hello. Come on.
I say hello
No,
already.
no, no. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on.
Move over. She just sitting
Thanks for all the great Dane we work. That didn't work out right.
Saved you a chair.
Thanks for all the great Dane you...
It's the women's chair.
The great Dane you... Oh, thanks for all the great Dane work you do. Dane was in parentheses.
I say,
You got that.
a great Dane work.
Ken. Must be Ken and Regina.
Whoops.
Okay. Now what are we doing?
Tracy says Amelia is having a fun time there.
Did anybody address the food problem?
I put the fish in the dish. I don't know what to do with it
That
next.
rhymed.
The fish in the dish is like the
Fish
cat in
in
the hat.
I texted Grace to see if she was on the property for the seasonings, but I don't know what to do with the fish.
Well, sometimes there's breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
If you sprinkle them all over the top, that'd be a start.
Put some
Okay.
lemon and then the breadcrumbs.
Lemon and
We
bread.
don't have lemon first.
Olive oil.
Just
Olive
a dribble of olive oil would be good. And then grab
Olive oil.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I can do.
Popeye. With Popeye.
I don't know what we're having for supper.
Olive oil, Popeye. Never mind.
I don't know.
Say hi to Vanessa. Hi Vanessa. Say hi everyone.
Hi,
There you go.
everyone.
Okay.
Let's
There we go. There's a more outside one.
How can you have fish and not have lemon?
You can when you don't have lemon.
Well, but
I don't have any lemon
why not?
because I didn't buy any.
Well, you... Okay.
We have Gatorade.
Oh.
No, that was wrong.
Did you hear me, Linda, about the olive oil and then the breadcrumbs?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
You better get out there and help her if you're gonna be.
I can't. You don't know who Popeye is?
I do.
Guy who
The
eats
TV show?
spinach.
All right, there you go. And who was
Spinach.
Olive?
Huh?
No,
His
that was a
girlfriend.
girl.
Olive
The girl.
was. You're right. It was his
And
girlfriend.
then
There
eat
you go.
spinach and get nice and strong.
All of my love, all of my love.
and
come on.
fought
Steve, I played
What?
with the phone. Did you get that? Did you hear me? No? Okay.
I didn't hear what you said.
There's just too many people talking. I can't do anything.
Say what?
Who?
Huh? Who got married? You haven't said that for a long time.
I'm sorry. I'll try and say it more
Yeah, you need to
often.
pick up. Like Lou King. Who's Lou King? We should get the hats out.
They're still around here.
I see them. They're up there. We just have some comments, but we don't have any questions. We need some questions.
Oh, there comes Grace. You're gonna save the whole deal.
Here comes Grace.
No, Laura and I have this under control.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Jean Hushpop Mom says butter.
What?
Put butter on it.
Put some butter on it.
Put
Right.
some butter on it. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Whoops. Oh, stop it. I don't want to give you feedback. Go away. Thank you. Okay. What is she making for dinner? We're having fish. Fish.
Yeah. Grace told me to buy fish, so I bought fish.
There you go.
We already had shepherd's pie. You
Mhm.
get a little bit of,
Mhm.
any people don't want fish.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fish is good. Dawn says, Carlene, kids have asked, what is your all-time favorite book?
I read The Black Stallion an awful lot of times.
Really?
Walter Farley. But there was another much more sensitive book. It was written by a Hungarian woman. Oh my word. Mm-mm. I will try and remember it. It was they were nice books.
Was it about animals as well, or?
It was about growing up in Hungary. And the father was a horse dealer or something.
I grew up hungry.
Well, there goes that story.
No. So his father was a horse.
And it was very sensitive, Donna. Apparently this cousin comes to live with them because, I don't know why, but she comes to live with them and then she tries to work into the farm deal and she was a city kid and she wants Milky, something about Milky, and Milky this, Milky that. It turns out that Milky was a white horse.
We have some comments. Maybe people know what's all about fish.
No.
Does anybody remember this story that
It's a-
Carlene's talking
It's
about?
a Hungarian, and the sketches, the drawings were sort of done with chalk. They were very soft. Oh my heavens, that's going to be a problem.
Someone will come up with it.
Hungarian. It was about living in Hungary on a
Um,
farm, and
Was it something you read when you were young? or-
oh yeah, it's a sort of 10, 12-year-old child book.
Okay. All right.
You didn't think I was going to say something like the Bible, did you?
Thank you, Donald.
Oh, I'll try to remember that because the pictures were so nicely done.
Jean Hushpop Mom says she read all of Walter Farley Black Stallion series.
Yep.
Take a phone call.
Oh, those books. What the hell?
Well, we're hoping someone can come up with the story that Carlene was talking about.
It's not going to be easy because I'm not sure why I had the book. I mean, I'm not sure that it wasn't published in a local sort of situation down in the lower New York area. I mean, it might not have been worldwide. I don't know.
So while we're waiting, hoping someone comes up with it.
Okay, go ahead.
Does Kiara visit the farm and will she be bred soon? She's from Europe, correct? Yes.
Kiara?
Yes.
Excuse me while I try and remember who Kiara is.
Kiara she's with Shannon. Shanny's 47.
Oh. She's working on her. Yep. I don't know. It's kind of going to be up to Shannon. I mean, she took a real problem dog, and she's doing really well with it. It would help her tremendously to have her neutered, spayed. But so far, she's hanging in there.
But is she going to be a breeder though, or no?
It's a very sensitive thing, and I don't know. I mean, I would like to be able to get a litter from her, but I'm not about to put Shannon in that position because, as I say, she's taken a lemon of a dog, and
Yeah, she
you know,
has.
I don't know anybody else that could have taken that dog. And so if she ends up having to spay it, that's just, so be it. I can't ask her to not spay it.
Glad Bentley made it through the elevator experience.
He did. And so did I, and so did Bud.
Betty says she mixes Italian breadcrumbs with melted butter to coat the fish with.
Too late.
There you go. All
We,
right,
we
too
didn't
late.
we didn't do that.
Cooking.
We put olive oil.
I don't think it's going to take too long either, is it? They're thin.
No, but they're almost
The rest is
frozen.
still here, Chief.
Oh, really?
Just
I'll tell her. I'll tell her, Blue.
Really?
Yeah.
What fish have you got in there?
The tilapia.
Tilapia, really? Oh,
A whole herd of fish.
huh.
Just wait.
I hope it's the stuff I bought just
I know
recently.
you are.
Was from Costco today?
It was right on the top. Yep.
Okay. Whatever. We'll eat
It's
it.
an adventure.
It's an adventure.
We have a joke for Dawn and her students. How do we know that fish are so smart?
There's schools.
Because they're always in schools, right? Very good.
Well, you're making it something that all smarts come out of schools, and I don't think that's true.
I have something to show you later. You're gonna love. You're gonna love.
I'm with Carlin on that one.
Yeah, me too.
I'm with Carlin on that one.
Have you?
Oh,
I go to
school.
school.
School is something you try and get
That's
through.
a private school.
You just try and get out.
I saw a couple of lectures yesterday.
Yes, they just give you
That both of them,
worksheets and tell you
I
to
sat there and thought about you, thinking, oh my God, Carlene would love this. She would have loved this. But anyway,
I remember that with my kids.
this is an interesting one, and I think I've disproved this. But have you heard of the research that when that's okay, when dogs poop, they're likely to align their spine along the north-south axis. Some dogs will circle until they are facing north. My dog circles repeatedly, finally settles on a spot. And he's not always, because I purposely look, because
I've heard this too.
Yeah,
No, Bentley does not. I know that.
yeah.
I don't know whether a lot of dogs do, but Bentley does not.
I don't know why that is, but,
Well, I don't know why somebody said that.
yeah, exactly, that's what I mean, yeah.
They said that because they didn't have anything else to say right at that moment.
And maybe their dog had a magnetic
Whatever.
fixture or something, I don't know. Okay,
Pick.
could the book be The Good Master?
Yes.
There you go.
My God, I
Thank
tell
you,
you, this
SoCal
book-
Annie, and thank you, Joan.
that is a good. That's just kind of a nice book. That's a Dawn's students would like that book.
I thought they did. I'm sorry.
Who's the author? We'll have to,
Good math.
do we have a guesstimate about when Maud might
They
deliver?
speak it, don't they? A little bit.
I'm still working on the Good Master.
Other than that,
No, we don't know when Maud will deliver. She doesn't. She's not bagged up, and the reason all the donkeys are kind of in the same spot is because it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and hopefully she won't try and have it till we can get those other donkeys out of there again.
Yeah, yeah.
no, we don't do that. We get grades 1 through 4.
Jerry says, from Ohio, says she's watched all three of hers out at the same time, and they're all facing different directions.
The Good Master. I'm gonna see if it's still around. I'll even buy it and send it to Dawn.
Baby Cake says The Old Man and the White Horse.
Nope.
I
No.
don't care about it.
No.
So you think it was a good master?
It was a good. Oh, it's a Good Master. I
Definitely.
know.
Okay.
I can't, no.
It was a Good Master.
I'm gonna be
It was a Good Master, and the
He's still in this.
the niece that comes in
He's so
I'm a senior.
scary.
ends up with the white horse.
I saw that last year.
Okay, here we go. Gene Hunt's problem. It's called The Good Master by Kate Seredy or Seredy.
Seredy, right.
Seredy.
She's right.
Good job, Gene.
I graduated.
All right.
Because high schoolers, you guys don't get Sundays.
Kate Seredy. Yep.
3. Me too.
There were 2 books actually, but the Good Master was
I
the,
was last
was the
week we had 2
that was the
Sundays.
original one.
So, and that is maybe or close to your favorite book?
It was a nice book.
Okay.
This
I don't like
Raining
books.
outside.
yeah, so
I don't like reading.
it was
I thought you
raining,
liked to
so they
read.
canceled it. Monday.
Not really.
No?
And then Monday it was.
It's sort of a last choice. I mean, if you're sitting around and it's cold outside and you don't want to go outside, then I like reading.
It was snowing in
Hey kids, keep it down.
it. Okay, we will.
Yes, a lot of comments about Chaos's birthday. And you said she's 7?
Did anybody hear me say keep it down?
Chaos?
7, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
do I understand you?
7 years old today. 7 years old.
There we go. There we go.
Unbelievable.
We got enough noise in the kitchen.
Where does the time fly?
Tempest fidgets. Doesn't it?
Have you ever read Beautiful Joe?
Nope.
No. It was written about the same time as Black Beauty, but it was about dogs.
Oh, I love Black Beauty.
Rice pilaf.
Have you ever heard of Beautiful Joe? No?
I've read Black Beauty too, but I find Black Beauty very upsetting.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How about Old Yeller? Oh.
Yeah, that's not very good either.
Well, at least Black Beauty has like a happy ending. Like he gets to be reunited with that kid. Who was he reunited with?
I don't
Someone.
know.
He was reunited with someone.
I don't remember the story at all.
Yeah, I barely either.
I love tilapia.
Well,
Peg
maybe not
McKid.
after tonight.
Linda's not big on cooking. Donna's a pretty good cook.
Donna's an excellent cook.
Yeah, Donna's good.
Yeah, I've heard about your steak and eggs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up some morning just for that. So,
Oh, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. What were you gonna say? Blue Penguin was just making a comment about the Good Master, and according to the short review quote, my cousin Kate from Budapest is coming to live with us. She's delicate and has had the measles, shouted
Yeah. Yancy.
Yancy.
Yep.
And then blah, it goes on and on, so we're not gonna. Author is Kate Serretti, right? We got that.
Sarity.
Serretti. So thank you all for that.
It must be
Available on
around.
Amazon.
It what? It's
Available on Amazon.
oh, good. I'll buy it and read it and send it to Dawn.
And Dawn said thank you all for helping with the book.
God, there's nothing you can stump these guys with.
They're an amazing crew, I'm telling you. That's why it takes a village.
Yeah. Then it's all here.
Someone said recently a CP posted a photo from the top of the spiral staircase, and one of the supports looks like it might be loose. We'll check it.
Of the spiral staircase?
Yeah,
What support?
I don't know. We'll check it. This one, it's the only one I know of.
Well, there's no support under it. That's probably why. I
know,
mean,
I
it's
don't-
gone.
I know.
What support's loose? I mean,
And
like the
that's
house support?
I don't know.
And there's the spiral stairs going up to the training room.
Oh, that's true.
But I don't think
There's
they.
no supports there.
Nobody would take a
No.
picture from the top of that one.
Yeah.
No, you know what they may be looking at? These beams overhead are, you can touch them and they bounce.
Hmm.
Because they are in tension to keep the walls from going out.
Oh, okay. So
They're
it's
not
not
holding
supporting.
anything. But when you hit them, they move and it worries some
They're
people.
floating. Okay. Okay.
Did you know
makes
that?
sense.
And what's floating?
These beams,
Beams.
they are holding the walls from falling out. They
So
are
don't
in
be
tension.
trying to do any gymnastics up there.
Yeah, they'll bounce around. Yeah, right. Can't do that.
All right, I'll stop because usually I swing from
Oh,
log
yeah.
to log, but I'll stop.
Yeah. We understand.
To Laura and Tanner and Lexi, I respect you, young people. You are my future. How are the spice cook recipes coming?
We haven't done that.
No, the spices, no. The
That-
curry and
That
the.
the Indian spices?
Yeah, I don't think.
I
they've
still
done
have to
it
go
yet,
to that
right?
store in Waltham.
They haven't. We've got stuff.
Okay.
Somebody sent us a bunch,
Oh, good. Okay.
but we just haven't gotten. We haven't gotten out of the dump cookbook and into the Indian cookbook. We're still working our way through the dump book.
All right. Blue Penguin mentions another, not a kids theme book, but a real life drama called The Lost Boy.
Nope.
A man named Dave.
Isn't that a movie?
Nope. Could be.
I don't know. Don't know.
Is there anything out there besides fish?
I made rice pilaf.
Oh, rice pilaf is
There
good.
you
Goes
go.
with fish, right?
Yeah,
And then
that's
I figured
fine.
If you want some of your bean salad, you can have a little.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, we're gonna be healthy.
My God. What are we thinking?
Do you know when I started telling people about this this blood sugar problem deal. I can't tell you the number of people that immediately dumped on me. Well, if you wouldn't eat so much sugar and you really need more exercise and you want to live way less. Three things all at once from about 5 people. Really? 2 of them my children.
Okay. All right.
They know I'm guilty.
Well, I mean, I I had blood work done on the 20th one month, the day after we had one of those Candida Meister cakes. And when I went to the doctor, I said, "Listen, I know it's going to be off. And I said, and he had an intern in there with him, and he was from out of state, and he said, why? And I said, I had a piece of Candida Meister last night, and he goes, oh, and the intern goes, Candida who? What? He goes, and the doctor goes, you don't know what Candida Meister is? And he goes, no. And he goes, oh my God, it's the best cake you've ever had. He says, you know what? He says, you have to do it once in a while. He says, don't worry about it.
So come up with what was the number?
It wasn't the A1C. It was the number, and it was like 150 something.
Oh, mine is going down. After I ate all that chocolate after lunch, I was 140, and now I'm down to 117.
That's good.
That's good.
It's very good.
What do we have for dessert?
I don't know.
Don't blow it, Linda.
Banana?
Updates on Maud we already did. Nothing yet. What else? Any more questions?
Da da da. Okay.
You in Maryland had a physician for whom I work tell me over half a century ago that if we live long enough, we all develop diabetes. Organs just plain wear out.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah, I think that's true with a lot of things.
It is with dogs. I have had that litter of dogs I had where the brother and sister were bred way back. I did not do that. I bought a pregnant female, and she had been bred to her genetic brother. Not the same litter, but different, whatever. Any rate, all 8 of those dogs, they're the ones in the harness, in the 8 in harness. All of those dogs died within 6 months of each other.
Is that right?
And they all had some sort of kidney failure.
Really? How old were they? Do you recall? Or?
Not much. 8,
Yeah.
10. No, 8. They didn't. They didn't make 10 years old.
Wow.
Tiffany did, the mother. I think one of them did, but the bulk of them went all within 6 months.
We can tell everybody how Bailey ran after the squirrel, right?
She ran after the squirrel.
Yeah, she chased it. I've never seen her run so fast. Her in chaos.
Wow.
She was running.
Yep, good for her.
Good. That's why she's so tired now.
Probably,
Exhausted now.
Yeah.
probably her blood sugar's fine.
Yes.
Our RM Quim says the beams are supporting they're holding up the spools of cording
That's true.
above your head.
That's true. But I could not
Here's a
hang
picture of it.
I couldn't hang that rope from him. That rope had to go to the ceiling. One of the logs in the ceiling. Because we hang on that rope sometimes.
Who did that?
I did.
You hung that rope up there?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm not even going to ask how you get up there because
No.
I've forgotten. It's a long time ago. We used to have a table that hung there.
Table?
So I could vacuum underneath it. Yeah. I hung the table. It was a bugger when you tried to cut meat.
the table moving
Well,
around.
the whole table moved around.
Oh, so you just lowered it down and then pulled it back up?
No, I never moved it up. We just hung it there. There were 4 chains.
It's like medieval times.
There's 4 hooks up there somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a door, like these doors we have, and I had a piece of plate glass for the top of it. It was nice. Didn't have any legs to worry about, It was a nice table.
It's original.
Yeah.
I know it, really. I mean, I've heard of people making desks out of them, but not a
Janine
table.
was okay. Janine,
Okay.
upstairs in that bedroom of hers, we had a piece of plywood up, so she climbed up and to get into her bed, she had a desk underneath it. Because there's such a pitch in the roof up there that there was room to put a bed up high, and there made her a lot of room on the floor. That's probably where I got the idea to have the dogs raised. Let's go on to something else, shall we?
Yes, let's go on. How was Carlene's and Bailey's day today?
Mine was okay. Did I go somewhere? Yeah,
Went to
I went to Costco.
You designed a chicken coop?
I've designed the chicken. I've worked on the chicken coop problem. That's going to be interesting.
Hi.
What are we doing with the new chicken coop?
We're going to fill it with chickens. We got 40 some odd chickens coming. The concept is to have a lot of smaller coops that we can move around. Remember how thick the grass gets in the puppy hill?
Yeah.
Well, if we could have some chickens that we could just move the and let them eat that stuff, it'd be wonderful. They'd think it was they died going to heaven. That'd be fun.
Okay.
I want to be able to pick it up with the tractor.
So, not being a city girl, here's a city question. Will all those chickens eventually lay eggs?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have a boatload of eggs.
yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're gonna have-
We're gonna have to put a little roadside stand down at the end of the driveway.
I used to give them to people up and down the road, you know. Yep, free eggs. Back in Linfield, when I had a cow, it was free milk and eggs. But that's different.
I forgot I was gonna give Bob and Dennis some eggs today when they left, and I forgot. So I will get you some.
Who's
Bob and Dennis,
Oh.
they came today to visit.
Oh, okay, yep. I don't even know where the fresh eggs are. Every once in a while I look for them in the refrigerator. They're not in the refrigerator here.
You don't have to find them. Donna cooks them, so that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But they come up. I can bring some more up after if you want.
Well, I don't think there are any of the. It seems to me we ought to be able to keep 6 eggs in the refrigerator.
The spools are heavy, but she has them well supported. Not to worry. They're worried those spools are going to come down and hit you on the head.
I don't have it yet.
Enjoy your dinner and Saturday evening. Thank you. Carlene has a couple of emails from some CPs of chicken coops. Terry White Miller.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yep. The problem with the whole concept is I have to be able to pick it up with the forks that go on the front bucket of the tractor. That's the real problem. Because then I could run around the yard with a chicken coop and that was fine.
well, we know the forks on the tractor are only 36 inches, but what if we tied somehow 2x4s to them and extended them out? Would that?
No.
Do you think it would not help? Or?
No, what I'm going to do is build the supporting part of the chicken coop out 36 inches and make that part be strong enough to hold up the rest out front.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Should work.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't, we'll certainly know.
Okay, maybe someone else could explain the spool problem better. Apparently I'm not explaining it well. I guess they notice when it falls. I don't think there's a problem with the spools. They don't fall.
It does wiggle.
Yeah, the beam wiggles.
The beams wiggle.
But
They're not. That's
don't
not a
fall.
problem. At least it's not a problem yet.
as a child, TX Elements, I recall them hanging quilting frames from the ceiling, lower to sew on, raise when not.
Could be.
I never heard of that, but I'm sure it happens. Lynn from Washington says, check out chicken tractor plans online.
Chicken
Tractor plans.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
You can do that. I'm pretty good with graph paper, but we give it a shot.
Bronto from Florida says, take the excess eggs to the fire stations on the 19th along with the cake.
That's a good one.
That's good.
That's a good one.
Any more questions?
I have to draw that. I did draw a chicken coop up pretty well already, and I just have to redo it so that he can understand what we're doing. But that ought to hang together. It's this triangle bit. You don't make a bunch of rectangles and put it together because that doesn't work. I know that doesn't work. You got to have triangles. You know?
Triangles to square it off.
Wherever you're building anything, boy, you better put a triangle. If you look down at the T10 down there, with all those rafters and things, they're all parallel. You got all these rafters parallel. Well, in the corner, there's one of them got a one that's crooked. And that holds everything else up, because by the time these are tied together at the top, if you did not have that, they could all go over.
Yeah.
But you put one in crooked and you're all set. That's just my way of building things.
No, it makes sense. I mean, I know we had a deck put on the back of our house and it's raised up, and it used to wobble, and the guy came in and put angular supports in. I mean, just at angles, and it's fine.
Yeah. I tried to go through that with Dawn's children. I had a whole bunch of sticks all stuck together.
Oh, really?
You gotta have a triangle or it's not gonna work. And there's a lot of places you can see triangles that you really never thought, like mailboxes. Somebody put up a mailbox and it sticks out, and they'll always put a little bit of wood right in there. Mailbox, if that's a
Oh,
mailbox.
yeah, to support, yep.
Sure.
Oh, that reminds me.
But you look at the telephone poles. You look at, you know, there's just
Everything
nothing is
has-
going to be all these parallel lines. That's just not going to work.
No,
Not
I
if there's
can't.
any stress on it at all.
I can't support the weight. All right, 6 more, and then I think we are getting close here.
How's the fish doing?
I just turned it.
Turned it what? Off? On?
No,
over?
no, so it's coated evenly.
Oh,
She just caught it. Said you're going fishing all the time. I'm going
Okay.
fishing too. Blue wants me to ask you if any of the new chickens will lay blue eggs for real,
Yes.
not my usual haha.
yes.
Okay.
I made, either 5 or 10 of the chickens will lay blue eggs. I like blue eggs. It frightens people.
We get some now that are a tint of blue, but not really blue.
Yeah.
They have a tint, like light blue, and then we get green ones.
Green ones? Yeah.
Mm.
It's this Eric Hondas or something that lay those. And I like white and brown ones, both. I've been through the fact that in New York State you sell white eggs, and they tell you that brown eggs are terrible. And up here they sell brown eggs and tell you white eggs are terrible, except at Easter when they want to dye them. That's the only time you can find white eggs in Massachusetts.
That's true. TX Elements, Texas Elements says again, countless ideas on mobile chicken coops online.
Yeah, there are. I've got a lot of wheels around here. Wheels are another thing that I save. Oh, here comes Bailey.
And Anita Fio says she has the White Stag. It's been in her attic for years.
The white stag.
The book, The White Stag.
I think I've read
I
that
hope it's
too.
not a white horse in her attic. I mean, that could be for years. That would be.
There you go. What
Hi,
is,
Bill.
oh, she wants to come out there. Bentley's in her bed.
Hi, Bailey.
Is he going to be in the other bed? Hi, Bailey. Bentley, you going to get up? Bentley? Bentley? Bentley, get up.
Come on.
Come on, Bentley.
Move it, big boy. There you go. Oh, good boy.
We don't know
Bentley.
where. That's where she wanted to go, was right there.
Oh, good girl.
She's very good.
So Jones says, other Kate Serity books, The Tenement Tree, The Open Gate,
The open gate.
Lazy Tinka, and The White Stag.
I don't remember the open gate. I remember. I think I
I
know
know The
that
White
one.
Stag. I don't think I've heard of the other ones.
Oh, that's what she wanted.
But the Good Master was the right. That's a good one.
I'll have to look at
Are we done?
it. Not quite. Hi.
Get out of here, Bentley.
He's all right. Good boy. Yeah, Puppy Hill is too sloped for setting down a coop, but it won't be on the hill. It'll be at the base.
He says you did the same
Becky, California, is trying to post an image, but it's not up yet, about chicken tractor plans. We'll have to-
Chicken tractor.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Unless they're dragging it around with a tractor. See, I'll pick it up with the front end.
And Anita Fields says she buys her eggs at a hardware store. They come in about 5 colors mixed in a box of a dozen. And she also says a white horse or stag actually in my attic would post a bit of a manure problem, don't you think? Yes, that's exactly correct. Right. All right.
All done?
The lights on in the barn. Yes, they are. Bentley amiably knows his place in the pecking order. With a little coercing. And I think we're done.
Okay.
Okay.
Off shutting?
Off shutting.
Off shutting.
Good evening. Thank
Good
you all.
evening.
Have a